Hey cousin, come on in. You say you've never worn press-on nails before? We're gonna let me show you how. So you're gonna need these items here. You're gonna need you some nails. You're gonna need a dehydrator for your nails. You're also gonna need acrylic for your nails. And you're gonna need a top coat for your nails. And with these items, it's just gonna help, solidify that nail and make them last just a little bit longer, which, we definitely want. You're also going to need file clippers or nail clippers, I should say. And I'm using these nails by Kiss. They're just a simple French tip. I like to keep it classy. That's my thing. Nice and simple. Go ahead and get your file as well. That's just the file that came in the nail kit. And I also purchased this little mini travel light curing or UV light for gel nails. As you can see, I don't have on any nails. Yeah, I just took them off. Child, I have been chilling here at home at Feet Propped Up Enterprises, just enjoying my time, at home. I started doing my nails because I wanted to, or started wearing press-ons because I wanted to save money. They was charging me way too much at the nail shop for the simple little nails that I was getting done. And the last product there that I just showed you all was just some nail glue, super glue from Sally's. It's really, really good, and it's tough. So yeah, that's a definitely win in my book. As you can see here, I'm just filing my nails because I have to make them tacky for before I start putting nails on. But anyway, I've just been at home chilling with the family. Got Feet Propped Up Enterprises, just enjoying time. Not doing much between all the house chores I have to do that I don't do. I've just been relaxing. I'll be honest, y'all, I hate cleaning up. If I don't like doing anything else, I hate cleaning up. I only like to clean up once a week. Is there anybody else that's like that? Like, cousin, I just don't be here for it. I don't be like, I clean up today, I don't want to clean up again until like next week. I know that's lazy, but it's just me. And God forbid talking about washing clothes. Ugh, I don't like to do that either. I guess you'll say, cousin, what you like to do? Nothing. I don't like to do nothing at all, but of course, I have to get them done because I have a little one and, my boyfriend and things like that. I have to make sure that they're clean. So here I'm just clipping my nails. And those nails are getting everywhere. I don't see how the nail technicians do it, honey, because maybe them nails be popping every which way. And they were definitely popping everywhere here as I was clipping mine. My goodness gracious. So also, I took the Uber earlier today. And do you know? Wait a minute. Yeah, anyway, I'm back. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. A mental breeze. But anyway, I caught the Uber earlier today. Because I couldn't take my car because my boyfriend had something he had to do. But anyway, so after my appointment, I called my Uber. I'm in the Uber, and as soon as I get in, it was a guy. So when I noticed it was a guy, I kind of got on edge. Because again, as a trans woman, you just never know. I do like to consider myself a little bit more on the passable side of the trans spectrum. But anyway, I got in the Uber's car, and as soon as I get in, he speaks, I speak, cordially. He, verifies the destination to where I'm going. I solidify that, and he's playing Jamaican music. So I'm like, oh, you're Jamaican? He said, yeah, I am. With his accent and things of that nature. So we're talking, and he's nice, and we're just conversating. And then, about 5, 10 minutes into the ride, he says, "Are you a police?" Police. I go along with it. Say, "Yeah, I'm a cop." I said, "You don't got no crazy stuff in here, do you?" He says, "No, no." I was like, "Cool, because I don't have to get you." And then I jokingly told him I was just playing and I wasn't a police. Being Matt, he picked me up from the courthouse. But anyway, so we're riding, and he tells me that he's a photographer and things of that nature. It's like, well, cool. You know, um, what kind of pictures you take? So he's like, oh, I do lots of things. Nature. Daily vlogging. But he says that he's really into high fashion photography, and he showed me some of his work, and it was really, really good. And then he started talking on and on about, Jamaica, how beautiful it is. He's like, you go over there and you wouldn't want to come back. I was like, oh, I've been told that. And yeah, I probably wouldn't want to come back. It's nice and some beautiful ladies there, but I've never been. And maybe one day I'll get a chance to go. So we just, kept talking. And I told him, I have bought a Sony camera. And he's like, oh, you spent a lot of money. I'm like, no, I didn't really spend a lot of money on it. It's only about maybe $400 to $500. Pretty good camera for vlogging or, making, my um, content on. So I just told him I need to, get me some good lenses for it. He was telling me, oh, there's, you always can get converters because Sony lenses are expensive. I'm like, yeah, yeah. So we were riding along, and, he was asking me how long I'd been here. He could tell I wasn't from here because it sounds like I had an accent. I was like, well, I've been here in Texas for some time. Not, that long. Well, 20 years is a long time. I'm originally from Mississippi. He was like, yeah. He was like, I'm, of course, from Jamaica. And I moved here from Jersey. I said, I didn't know anyone, here. I just decided to move here. I was like, cool. I, have grand kudos for people like that because I don't think I'll be able to move from one place to another, especially not having money and living in my car. I'm sure that I could do it, but that'd be kind of like scary. And as you stated, yeah, it is kind of scary, you know. But you just have to jump off a cliff. And when he said jump off a cliff, I'm like, girl, jump off a cliff. I'm not doing that. He's like, without a parachute. I was like, oh yeah, you can have that on your own. But we just kept, talking. He's a really nice guy, smooth drive, or whatever. And so on the way home, the closer we got home, he passed like Oakland. I live in downtown Dallas, on the kind of the business side of downtown Dallas. But anyway, we have to kind of like pass the neighborhood to get to, my place. So he's like, yeah, when I first moved to Dallas, he's like, I moved off of Oakland. He was like, I didn't know what Oakland was and this and that and the nature, the third. And he was like, when I moved there and found out the neighborhood that it was, I stayed in my house. I'm like, oh my gosh, why you're staying in your house? He's like, I don't want to, he was like, I didn't want to come out of my house and see, guys with heels on and wigs and things like that. As soon as he said that, my ears like stood up like a rabbit. They are funny. Yeah, they stood up and think to myself. I wanted to say, well, I mean, I'm not a man. I am a trans woman, though. So, what are you saying now? But I didn't say anything, but I just played along with it. You know, um, I wanted to dig off in his uh, hind part, as my grandma would say, but I was like, you know what? This guy taking me home. He's been really cool. I don't want him to start acting weird if I tell him my tea. But that really kind of, did strike a nerve. It was just like, oh, you're talking about, I don't know whether you're talking about drag queens or transsexual women. Um, but I mean, I'm kind of glad that he didn't get into my tea, but that kind of definitely changed the dynamic of our conversation. That kind of made me feel some type of way because it's just like, you try to avoid, you know, transsexuals, I guess, and you still ended up having to, parlay them around because I'm a trans. I'm in the backseat of your tiny, itty bitty little car that you're driving here. So you should be very careful, you know, you know, with your choice of words or what you're saying. But anyway, I mean, everyone has their thoughts. Again, I'm a proud trans woman. You can't, always tell right off bat. But yeah, I know I'm just ranting, cussing about this, but as per nails or as far as the nails goes, um, when applying them quickly, I just file my nails. I push my cuticles back, and I push them back. Not a lot, but I push them back enough so the nail fits, pretty nicely. After doing such, I then will apply my dehydrator on my nail. That kind of like dries out the nail. So if there's any oils and anything like that on the nail, it, takes it off or removes the oils. And then after that, I'll put an acrylic polish on top of that. I'll blow that until it's almost kind of dry. And then I will then apply the super glue, the nail super glue from Sally's, and I will put that all over the nail bed. Once I've done that, I will locate the appropriate press-on nail for that finger, and I'll apply it close to the cuticle as I can, and then I'll press it down, holding it for merely 5 to 6 seconds. Once it has adhered to the nail, I will apply a top coat on that, which is like a gel top coat, and I will, as you will see shortly here, place those under the UV light just so that they cure and mold to my nail perfectly. But anyway, back to the guy here. Yeah, so he didn't know, and I really wanted to tell him that I was trans because I wanted to see his reaction, or I wanted to see, what was what would his spidey senses do. But yeah, I didn't say anything. I kept that to myself because, again, I mean, who transitions, to just walk around and just blatantly tell people or be hollering out, "Oh, I'm trans." Like, I didn't, put in the work that I put in, with years of taking, estrogen and being on HRT and having, certain procedures done to just be walking around saying, "Hey, I'm trans." Um, I thank goodness for the passability that I do have. Am I the most passable? No, I'm not. But am I the most clockablest? If that's a word, no. I mean, you can get into me, but not like that. So, but anyway, we made it to our destination. He got my Instagram. So if he finds out, it'll be through my Instagram page because he said, "Hey, well, you seem model-esque and, you're into photography and things of that nature. We can, maybe get together on some work ideas and, I can take pictures if you don't mind." I'm like, "Shh, okay, why not? I don't mind at all. I definitely need some more lifestyle content. And instead of always having stagnant videos, which is really good because I like my static, um, content, but it's always good to have an individual behind the camera and putting some motion into it as well." But anyway, I gave him my Instagram. I'm sure when he gets on there, he starts scoping out. He's going to see those trans flags. You know, he'll know. And at that point, his eyes probably would become buck and be like, "Dang, she's trans. I never would have known." And I was saying stuff like that. I started to leave him a nasty review because he had, really, really, good reviews. I didn't leave a bad review or anything like that. But I also didn't tip as well. And I mean, I could have left a review, but I didn't. Um, being that, I mean, I'm not gonna say he was transphobic because he could have seen drag queens. I'm not gonna be honest. I be seeing drag queens sometimes, and I get scared. Like I don't want to see no damn drag queen walking around me, walking and just doing all that. I mean, it's strange. It's really, I mean, drag queens are nothing against them because I like my fellow drag queens. Um, but it is a lot when you see them, especially if they're not soft queens. Those big burly ones, they can be a lot to look at, and that crap can be scary to look at. It's like mind-boggling. So I don't feel as though he was attacking um, trans women. It was more of a drag queen essence type of thing that he was referring to, I want to assume. But anyway, you can see here I am placing that nail right at the edge of the cuticle, putting it down, holding it again for maybe 5 to 6 seconds, maybe longer. Who knows? I wasn't counting. I just know it's over 5 seconds. So again, making sure that adheres to the nail. You definitely can't, have loose popping of the nails. That's it. Absolutely. So I'm just making sure that pinky nail is secure. Look at that. Oh, doodles. And that's how that hand looks. And that is my left hand. I am a right hand chick. So I always start off, working with my right hand. Well, I start with my left hand because I'm right-handed. Now, when I start to do my right hand with my left hand, if that makes sense, it's just my nails always get kind of like wonky with that. But yeah, it is what it is. And you guys, I started wearing press-on nails because I got tired of going to the nail salon, like giving them like $110 for basic like overlay nails. Like, why am I paying you this much when I can go home and I can do this myself? Like, I absolutely can. So, and it's much more cost efficient. They look nice, and you'll never know the press-ons unless I tell you. So, cousin, that's why I, started doing my nails. And like I do my feet too as well. But just because it was just like too expensive for them to, do that. Like it's just I'm paying y'all all that money and like it's for the basic. It's not like I'm going in there getting rhinestones and all of this. Like Rocky, why are you keeping up so much noise? Get what you're gonna get and go. I don't wanna like pay them all that money for the basics of the basic. It's the basics. Like I don't get rhinestones. I don't get special types of polishes. I simply just get like an either pink overlay and pink on my toes or nude on my toes. And I do an overlay on my fingers, French tip or pink. That's it. Nothing, out of the norm. And that's $110. Plugs don't include the tip. Like, so you girls are over there just getting over. So as you can see here, cousin, I am just going to place my hand under this gel light here. And this gel light comes in handy, baby, because you're going out of town or you're, at work or you're at the function or, well, you can't be at a function, but if you're somewhere with us, a close like little plug, you can plug her up, glue her back down, put her on that light. That light is going to cure that nail. That plastic nail is going to become rock hard, like, a professional acrylic nail. So it only takes about, I think about 60 seconds or so for that light, just a minute or so for it to do what it needs to do. So I'm just going to do my other hand here now. Yeah, that's that. But yeah, I just had to totally, give up that nail experience. I go into the nail shop. I'm in the nail shop 2 hours, 2.5 hours for the simplest things. Mm-mm. I ain't got time for it. Not 2.5 hours when I can cut that down in half. Now, the video here is about 24 minutes or so. Um, but in actuality, it took me like 45 minutes to do my nails. To properly do them, and typically, if you don't want to do all the steps, you don't want to do all the steps that I'm doing, you can really cut that down into half. You can just file your nails, push your cuticles back, super glue your nail and put that, press on top of that, and you're out the door. But if you want more of a salon or professional look to them, you know, I just took these steps. Also, um, the product that I'm using, it is a Hispanic brand, I believe. I got it from one of their stores. It actually works pretty good. It's not like no OPI or anything like that, but it definitely gets the job done. It smells the same when I'm doing my nails. It smells just like a nail salon. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would also suggest you girls to get you an electric now, an electric uh, nail file, just to buffer your nails and things like that. The little ones that comes in the packet, they work, but I mean, you always can make them more tacky. The more tacky your real nail bed is, the better the press-on will adhere to your nail. So as you can see here, I am just putting that top coat on, curing that nail now. And you guys, I always be making mistakes. I'm so clumsy. My boyfriend said, "You are one of the clumsiest itches I know." I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know what to really say about that, but it is what it is. I'm almost done, and whew, I can't wait. You guys, I don't have no patience. My patience is thin as somebody's edges, if you were to ask me. So yeah, look at my nails. Woo, they're done. They're so cute.